The final whistle of the 2023-2024 FA Cup final echoed through Wembley Stadium. Manchester United fans erupted in joy. They had endured a season filled with bitter disappointments. As the internet would put it, they had been living in the shadows, mocked by title-contending teams like Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. To add insult to injury, Newcastle and Chelsea, who spent most of the season trailing behind Manchester United, surged with fantastic form to secure the 6th and 7th spots, earning places in the Europa League and Europa Conference League, respectively. One can only imagine the pain of being a Manchester United fan. However, there was still a glimmer of hope for the Red Devils. If they could defeat Manchester City, they would secure a spot in the Europa League. It seemed like a far-fetched dream, almost delusional to even mention. Yet, football is unpredictable. Who would have thought that players like Garnacho and Rashford would perform so spectacularly? Who could predict Bruno Fernandes would deliver a pass that overshadowed the assist king Kevin De Bruyne? And who could foresee Gvardiol's pass back to goalkeeper Steven Otaga, practically gifting a goal to the opponents? In the end, the wisdom in their approach, their courage under pressure, and a bit of luck culminated in Manchester United's 13th triumph in the FA Cup finals. Naturally, Manchester City was the first to feel the sting. They had scheduled their Premier League victory parade for today, confident in securing the FA Cup as well. This would have set a new record for Pep Guardiola's invincible squad. No team had ever won both the Premier League and the FA Cup in 2 consecutive seasons. But Manchester United denied them this historic achievement. Now, Manchester City's parade plans seem far less joyous. Winning the Premier League 4 times in a row is a tremendous achievement, worthy of admiration, given the fierce competition in the English Premier League. However, celebrating a few days late, compounded by the fresh sting of defeat from their neighbors, dampens the joy for Pep Guardiola's men. The next team to feel the disappointment is Arsenal. Manchester United's FA Cup victory means the Community Shield spot at the start of the next season will go to them. Last year, Arsenal got to play because Man City won both the FA Cup and the Premier League, so the Premier League runner-up took the other spot. This year, that won't happen, and Arsenal will have to start the season with the first round of the Premier League instead of the Community Shield. Some might argue that the Community Shield isn't a significant match, almost akin to a friendly. But this only adds to Arsenal's frustration. Their sole trophy last season was the Community Shield. They faltered in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League, and even the Premier League title race. Everyone agrees Arsenal has grown significantly, transforming from a top-4 contender to a title challenger. But history only remembers the champions, and Mikel Arteta's men must be content with their lone trophy. The biggest concern for Arsenal is if they can't maintain their progress next season and lose ground to Man City. In that case, Manchester United's success will be something they yearn for. The third team suffering from this unexpected victory is Chelsea. After a season spent languishing in mid-table, a late surge with 5 consecutive wins pushed the Blues to a Europa League spot. However, this triumph turned into sorrow as Manchester United's victory snatched that spot away, relegating Chelsea to the Conference League. Having just parted ways with Mauricio Pochettino in a move widely criticized as foolish, Chelsea's new manager faces a tough challenge. They must improve their Premier League performance and advance deep in the lowly regarded Conference League. Winning it brings little prestige, but losing it invites criticism. Adding to their woes, Chelsea must play 2 qualifying rounds in late August to secure a place in the group stage, straining player fitness further. Chelsea struggled with injuries all season, and now they must endure this added burden. At least Chelsea still has the consolation of the Conference League spot, unlike Newcastle, who are left empty-handed. Much like Chelsea, the Magpies performed admirably in the season's closing stages, only to suffer twice at the hands of Manchester United. First, they lost in the penultimate Premier League round. Then, Manchester United's FA Cup win denied them a Europa League spot, which Chelsea took instead. Newcastle had already suffered enough with the gambling scandal involving Sandro Tonali, and now this fresh disappointment adds to their misery.